Intermittent fasting doesn't just change your body, it changes how your brain works. New research shows that intermittent fasting alters brain chemistry and body awareness. For some people, it boosts mood. They feel sharper, clearer, more focused. But for others with underlying psychological vulnerabilities, it triggers anxiety and irritability. Fasting isn't one size fits all. Your brain chemistry determines whether it helps or hurts. If you have anxiety, depression, or an eating disorder history, fasting can make it worse. The same practice that gives one person clarity gives another person panic. Know your brain before you change your eating. Follow for more. Health advice isn't universal. The more you vape, the more toxic your vape becomes. The device you're inhaling from is changing. Scientists found that heavily used high-puff e-cigarettes contain higher levels of harmful chemicals than fresh ones. The device itself degrades. Repeated heating creates new byproducts, toxic compounds that weren't there on the first puff. Lung cell damage increases with every use. The first time you used it, it was cleaner. By puff 500, it's a chemistry experiment in your lungs. Vaping isn't just about nicotine. It's about what the device becomes over time. The fresher the device, the safer it is. The older it gets, the more dangerous it becomes. And most people don't replace them nearly often enough. Follow for more. What you inhale matters. Standard memory tests can miss Alzheimer's for years. A new stress test catches it early. Researchers found that novel stress test memory exams can detect Alzheimer's years before standard tests. Traditional tests are too easy. They don't push the brain hard enough to reveal early damage. The new method adds cognitive pressure. It forces the brain to work under stress. That's when early signs appear. Before symptoms, before memory loss, before it's too late. Early detection changes everything. It gives patients years of treatment options. It gives families time to prepare. The test is simple, quick, non-invasive, and it could save millions of lives if adopted widely. Follow for more. Early detection saves lives. You spray DEET to keep mosquitoes away. They're learning to ignore it. Scientists discovered that mosquitoes exposed to DEET can learn to associate it with food. They start ignoring the repellent. The chemical that was supposed to protect you becomes meaningless to them. Mosquitoes aren't just mindless bloodsuckers. They're adaptable. They learn. They evolve. They figure out your defenses. Every summer, the mosquitoes that survive your spray pass that resistance to their offspring. You're not just fighting bugs, you're fighting evolution. And evolution doesn't stop because you bought the strong spray. Follow for more. Nature doesn't care about your plans. FOS chemicals were found in up to 50% of California's surface water samples. They're called forever chemicals for a reason. FOS stands for per and polyfluoroalkyl substances. They're in your non-stick pans, your waterproof clothes, your food packaging. They don't break down, ever. They accumulate in your body, in your blood, in your organs. Researchers found them in half of California's surface water, rivers, lakes, streams, the water that feeds into your taps. FOS have been linked to cancer, thyroid disease, and immune system damage. They've been used since the 1940s. They're everywhere now, and there's no known way to remove them completely. We poisoned the water, and we can't undo it. Follow for more. What's in your water matters. Oyster shells might be the future of construction. Scientists are turning them into cement. Researchers at Purdue are studying oyster shells to make stronger, faster-curing building material. Oyster shells are naturally cemented together. The mollusk builds its own house from calcium carbonate, the same stuff cement is made from. But oyster shells are organized at a micro level in ways human cement isn't. They're stronger, more flexible. They cure faster. Scientists are trying to copy that structure. If they succeed, we could have buildings that are stronger, greener, and made from waste. Oyster shells are thrown away by the billions, turning trash into infrastructure. Nature already solved the problem. We just need to copy it. Follow for more. Nature is the best engineer. Every electric car needs lithium. There's not enough of it. MIT just found a way to fix that. Lithium is the backbone of every electric vehicle battery, but mining it is expensive. It's slow, and most of the world's supply comes from a few countries. MIT researchers developed a low-cost technique to extract lithium directly from rocks. No massive mines. No environmental destruction, just rocks and a chemical process. If this works at scale, it changes everything. Electric cars become cheaper. Battery production becomes sustainable. Countries that depend on lithium imports become independent. The lithium shortage that everyone's worried about, it might not be a problem after all. Follow for more. The next energy revolution is in the rocks. Reverse mortgages sound like free money. They're not, but sometimes they're the least bad option. A reverse mortgage lets you borrow against your home's equity. You don't pay it back monthly. It accrues interest. When you die or sell the house, the bank gets paid. Sounds like a scam, and for most people it is. The fees are high. The interest compounds. You're slowly losing your biggest asset. But here's when it might make sense. You're 75. You have no other income. You're about to lose the house anyway. A reverse mortgage keeps you in your home. It pays the bills. It's not a good deal, but it's better than homelessness. Sometimes the best financial move is picking the least terrible option. Follow for more. Finance isn't black and white.